Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and I'm meeting you in a familiar place that might not look so familiar. This is actually Threed. However, as you notice, it is no longer dark and gloomy. Because of everything that we've done, and mainly getting rid of the zombies, it is now bright and all sunshiny, and everything's fine, and there are no more ghosts and smelly trash can things trying to kill me. It is fantastic. And you could talk to all these NPCs and they'd congratulate you on you saving the town or whatever. But really, we're just stopping by here because we need to go somewhere else. And we get there through here. But we've saved the Mr. Saturns, and we've saved the people of Threed. So everybody's being saved, yay! Now, quickly stopping off at the store in order to buy some things, maybe. Or we could just stand there by the doorway and not let anybody else in. One of the two. Okay, so we have a ton of money now. Money really stops being a problem right about now. But here we are taking out $3,000 and not exactly remembering why. Also, you see that guy up there, that's the guy that will sell Jeff the bottle rockets and stuff, and I'm actually going to talk to him. What is this? So yeah, as you can see, he has better guns, well, sometimes, and also bottle rockets. Later on, he'll get the big bottle rockets, which are going to be what you want to buy from him, but I keep on forgetting to buy it from him. And check it. The zombies are in the little... There's totally a problem here. The zombies and the ghosts are in the carnival things. I don't even know what to call them. Dang. Well, I guess you gotta put them somewhere. And there's a dog in there as well. That's definitely a problem. Oh well, that's just kind of a neat little thing to notice. In order to take back their town, they used the circus cars and shoved all the zombies and ghosts and stuff in there. Now, I'm just kind of wandering around, most likely because I forget exactly what I need to do. There's this guy. He just looked kind of weird. I don't know, you never really see an NPC that looks like that, so I thought he might be semi-important. But what I am looking for is a bus stop. Yeah, a bus stop of all things. I can't seem to find one, even though we just passed a bus, and why we couldn't stop it and say, hey, we need to go to this destination, I have no idea. But where is that? There's a bus stop right by the hotel. I went walking all over the place for no reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this, not from the street, so we don't get run over. And here we have this bus. But I'm pretty sure, did that say that it was going to Tucson? Oh yeah, don't want to go to Tucson, we've been there already. So we basically, to get this bus to go away and so that we can get the other bus, we want to walk off screen for a while. Say hi to some people maybe, in fact, and then just walk back around. Oh, look at that, the bus is gone, and it gave up on us because we kind of left it. Now let's talk to this bus stop schedule, and this is the one that is going to our next destination. So let's go ahead and talk to him to Fourside. And it's only $6, so it's very, very cheap. And let's go. Now, it's no Runaway 5 bus, but it's still a bus nonetheless, and it makes travel quick. And we can make it through the tunnels and everything with ease. I think you might be able to go through this without the bus, but there's just a little scene with the bus. So there you go. Plus, it's also quicker, so I mean, why not? Save yourself some walking and possibly some battles as well. Wonder if there is something that stops you if you try to go there without the bus. I've never tried it. I've just always used the bus. Because it's the bus. Bus, bus, bus. How many times can I say bus? Oh, more drugs they're selling in the desert. Oh well. Okay, yeah. So, he can't get off the bus. But, yeah, we have a bit of a traffic jam going on right here. All people are just stuck, and we really can't get around it. So there's no way. We're going to need to walk this desert. Which, oh god, that reminds me of the longest joke in the world. And it took me like an hour to read that. But most of the time it took place in the desert. And if you have an hour to kill, go ahead and read it, but it is moderately funny. I enjoyed it and whatever. But just whatever you do, don't skip through it, because really, the journey part of it is just fun. You can find it at the longestjoke.com or worldslongestjoke.com or something like that. Anyways, yeah, the traffic jam is kind of never-ending. It's basically an invisible plot wall, except it's entirely visible. Yeah, so let's go ahead and buy some drugs or something, I don't know. Might as well pass the time in some way. Or rather, as usual, it's just better equipment. Yeah, look at that stuff, very nice. Hopefully we have enough money. If not, there's an ATM over there, and we have a ton of money. Now, the real question is, do we have the inventory space for it? I sure hope so, because I don't want to mess with that right now. It is... okay, yeah, it looks like we have some serious inventory space all of a sudden. How did this happen? So let's go ahead, buy that, sell that. I still really like the system, how they have the option to immediately sell it after you buy it. Okay, Jeff, you did not disappoint. There we go, look at all that inventory space. What did I do? Must have been a lot of crap I was carrying around that I really didn't need. Okay, so that's that. We can go ahead, call Dad and Mom so we don't become homesick, and we can save our game. Not respectively, but nonetheless. That should just be a kind of a thing you do every single time you reach a telephone. Just in case. Oh, not calling Mom. Oh, no. Decided to instead call it. I was about to say I'm being a daredevil here. There we go. Now we definitely won't be homesick, hopefully. And there you go. Oh, hey, there's that guy again. Do you sell big bottle rockets? You do not. However, wait a minute. Yeah, Jeff is blinking. He's like, hey, this is better. And we get a whole 4 increase. Oh, well, nonetheless, we still had a ton of money for whatever. That mole thing right there is actually the mole playing rough that we fought a very long time ago. Back on Lilliput Steps. Not Lilliput, is it? Because that's a Pokemon. Huh. I'm pretty sure it's not Lilliput. Is that the Pokemon? I have no idea. I'm so confused right now. Either way, Scorpions. Skelpions, actually. They can poison you, but otherwise they really aren't that... oh, they can also cast Thunder. But if that hits your person who, in fact, has, the Franklin badge, it will just deflect the Thunder back to them, and they will die. And speaking of dying, Bala's already dead. This is why I should have given the Franklin badge to her. See, Ness could have taken that, but Paula really couldn't. It was just kind of really unlucky that she got hit by it in the first place. And none of our healing spells can heal death yet. So we're just kind of stuck, but we do have a couple of life noodles, so let's go ahead and use that. And there we go, she is revived. I'm pretty sure a couple of life noodles revives a person to full health as well. So there's that enemy. Oh, a big bottle rocket that we'll probably almost never use. But we'll give it to Jeff nonetheless, so that he at least has it. I just kind of completely forgot that the big bottle rocket exists, to be quite honest. Oh well. Oh hey, we have another outpost here. Headquarters for finding buried gold, huh? Oh yeah, that hole looks fantastic. It looks so much better than all the other holes in this game. It has a ladder. Okay, well this guy wants a food of some sort. So let's give him the skip sandwich DX. Because I really don't use those still. You want to make sure you want to do that. It's kind of cryptic, but you actually have to do it as part of the quest, our main quest. Also, sleeping in this guy's house. Totally no worries. And now let's go ahead and call Mom and Dad again, because so much happened in the last 30 seconds, or a couple minutes, or however long it was, that we just must save our game. How devastated I would be if I were to lose all this progress. Oh, not calling Mom this time. Oh man, such a daredevil. At least I kind of stopped paying attention. I'm not entirely sure if I called Mom or not. Well, either way. If I did, I did. Whatever. Somebody's going to correct me, I'm sure. Even if I ended up really not calling Mom. Another thing about the desert, you might have noticed that our characters were sweating a little bit. Well, every once in a while, if you stay in the desert for too long, they'll get sunstroke. Or heat stroke or something. Sunburn, I guess. I don't know. Basically, it's a little status effect that kind of works like the cold. Where you just take a little bit of damage every single turn, or as you're walking in the overworld. Or just in the field, I guess, is the better word for it. And it can be healed by alpha. So really, it's just another version of the cold, so there you go. And also, this music sounds really kinda cheerful, actually. And here we are, we have reached Fourside, where everything goes at an angle, despite whether it should or shouldn't. And we're going to be spending quite a bit of time in this town. There are just so many notable locations, like the Tupola Jazz Theater that we're going to right now. There's the Dinosaur Museum. There's the Monotoli Building. Hey, they actually sell tickets here, unlike the last time that we went to a show. So let's go ahead, give them the ticket. That went really quickly. I feel like the emulator was being slow again, maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead, head on in, and talk to this lady. What's going on, lady? Oh, hey, we met the Runaway 5 earlier. Oh, wow, they owe you a lot more money than they owed their last person. I don't think a wad of bills will work out for that. Find buried gold, huh? Well, we met a guy who was looking for buried gold. So, yeah, we might be able to put 2 and 2 together here. Maybe that's why I gave him a food item, perhaps? There we go, we just say oh hi to that guy, he leaves, and that's that, really. That's all we have to do here for now, just kind of stopping in and realizing that Fourside goes in an angle, and that's about it. And now we're going back to the desert because that's a much more exciting location at the moment. Now, I must admit, I'm not a huge fan of the desert in this game. It's just way too open for me, especially in a game like this. Like, I kind of like the... in a game like this, I just kind of like the, closed corridors type of thing. Like a maze, rather than a huge open area. So yeah. I'm also not a huge fan of desert areas, that still stands. So that doesn't help it at all. It's kind of weird. This is normally the place where I stop playing the game for a while. And I think it almost happened, but I didn't let it happen. It did kind of happen when we made it to 3, but I wasn't going to let it happen again, as to where I didn't record anything for a while. But in this desert, you can find quite a few presents and items and stuff, but I'm not going to go looking for them, because they aren't that worth it, I feel. And I just don't want to explore this entire thing, so... Yeah, I mean, it's really not that bad, it's just a problem with me. I still don't like desert areas. Also, those 3 guys with the sombreros, they're a little slot machine-like game, and if you happen to get 3 in a row, you get a ton of money. And Desert Wolf, that does not look like the rather harmless dog that it ran into us in the field. Oh well, either way, a lot of the stuff in this area is pretty weak to freeze, so this is when freeze really starts to be useful. Especially on bosses and stuff. Like, it wasn't really working the first time around, or the first couple times around at the sanctuaries, but now it does start to be really useful. And now we have a bad buffalo. So let's go ahead, freeze him, beat him up, the usual. He just does a whole bunch of attack, and that's about it. But when he's solidified, he doesn't. But with this guy dying, that is pretty much going to, or becoming tame rather, that is going to end it off for today. And I will see you all next time, where we will find buried gold. See you all then.